Welcome everybody to the Global Creatives Networking event. This is the second in the series. This is going to be a recurring meeting every 4 to 6 weeks. The purpose of this meeting is to foster a community among creatives, a place where you can just talk to a creative, right? It's not an Instagram or Facebook wall where you may get comments like fabulous and spectacular, but you're not really conversing and having those important conversations with other creatives who are going through the journey with you. So it's truly global, like you will see from the introductions. That said, I'm going to just give the stage over to all you creatives. So, Regina, do you want to start with your introduction?
So I'm accompanied now by Luis, my husband.
Hello,
and an artist now.
Hey, Joe.
Luis.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Luis. Both of you together.
So we are both in Brazil. I'm a Brazilian-born artist, fundamentally a choreographer. I have been working in theater, in opera, and lately very much in the movies as well, as a writer and a director. It began in the pandemic, and I like it. So that continued. I have a long career with many performances in traditional stages and even more in non-traditional stages. I really love to do performance installations from small to very big, and it's something that I don't cease to be interested in this horizontal relationship with people, and to perform very close and connected to the people who are around, including the audience eventually in some of the performances. And I also write some books and have been directing some public and private institutions, both in Rio and in New York. It's a long life full of wonderful things in the arts. So I am really looking forward to hear from you all and to share whatever I can in this group.
I'll piggyback since we're sharing the same bandwidth. So I'm Luis Cancel. I'm a visual artist and a curator. And I would say almost 2 decades ago, I shifted my creative production and the use of techniques to digital media. And so that was a way for me to be able to wear the multiple hats of being a curator, an arts administrator, and a visual artist, creating wherever I could find time to sit with my computer and knock out a few things. Long-standing colleague and admirer of Joel. Basically, we've collaborated on so many different projects and issues going back a long time, and so anything that Joel's involved with, I want to help.
Thank you, Regina and Luis. Thank you so much for the great introduction. Really icons in your field. So, Sasa, would you like to introduce yourself? You're muted.
Hello, everyone. Good evening from the Philippines. My name is Sasa. I am a movement artist, theater actor, film and theater actor, and artist collaborator, specializing in Buto, avant-garde dance theater from Japan. I'm one of the first practitioners here in the Philippines, and I'm very grateful, and I'm very glad to be part of this Global Creative Network event. Thank you, Badmaja, for inviting me, and I'm also happy to see familiar faces again, like Veronica and Joel. We did a collaboration last 2 years ago, I think, when we did a movement workshop for art, artists for peace. So, hello everyone.
Thank you so much, Hassan. Thanks for joining from Philippines. It must be quite late over there.
It's 10:21
Okay,
p.m. at the
great. Great. Thank you so much again. Thank you. And we have Vero. Now that Sasa mentioned Vero, hello, welcome.
Hi, hola everyone. It's nice to see you again, all of you. um, um, for those who doesn't know me, I am Veronica. I am a dance maker and everything that is related to movement and like the position of the body in a space. I'm always very curious. I decided that I will read today my bio to not, because you mentioned it's 1 minute. So I want to try to do that as an exercise.
That was just a guideline, but thank you.
It might feel a little bit cold. That's the problem with like this, but I will try. So I am a Venezuelan dance maker. I live in New York and I actively network with Latinx artists exploring multiplicity through performance responses, offering a manifestation of sensitive spaces in dialogue with body memories, dream, and the conscience of naturaleza, nature. I hold a Master of Fine Arts in the Theater and Dance program at UCSD, the University of California, San Diego, here in US, and a BA in dance from Volkswagen University in Kunz, in Essen, Germany, where I also experienced like repertoire from Pina Bausch. And in general, I'm very responsive to earth, and I would love more and more to create sensitive spaces where I can listen collectively and also listen a bit more, deep. And also questioning all what is opposed to the politics of the body. Meaning like I believe politics is everything and my body is a territory in resistance in order to feel free and experience freedom.
Yeah. Thank you, Vero. We have Madeswaran from a town near Madurai in India. He's an educator and artist. Madeswaran.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please. Vanakkam, namaste, good evening to all of you. Yadum Ure Yavarum Kelu. This is the 3,000-year-old verse in my Tamil language. It states, every town across the globe is my hometown and everybody is my relative. That's the strong culture where I belong to Mother India, near the city called Madurai, which is 6,000 years old. Today, I'm very happy to thank Dr. Padmaja, Mr. Manoj and Dr. Pradeep ji for bringing me here and to see many artists across the globe. What I did from my age of 2 years, strokes with geometrical proportions, bringing out the age-old sculptures of our South Indian temples. The latest life project which I was able to complete and what Padmaja saw, as many of them here are belonging to dance. I am seeing a lot of people connected with the dance and the music. The 10th century temple in my state, Tanjore temple constructed by the Chola Emperor Rajaraja. He appointed more than 400 women, great dancing artists, to develop the temple patronage of music, dance, and instrumental music with the literature. All their names were inscribed from where they were brought with their address. As Padmaja mentioned a word called AI. Today, everything is coming under AI or any other thing. My lifetime dream was to recreate and give a respect to all these 400 women who were holding a great kingdom's temple and doing all the functionalities connected with the Chola dynasty politics and the public. So I was able to complete with the guidance of many scholars, many people in 3 months of time. And I don't know, nature has given me the opportunity to bring all the 420 artists into the platform to see what they were really doing as a woman in a great empire. So I really thank this platform for recognizing me and to welcome me. And this country gives a great opportunity to the women empowerment till the later invasions came. I look forward to work with so many of you, and most of them in this platform are also women. It's the right time that this art from the 10th century came to all of us. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Madeswaran. That was a tip of the iceberg of what he does. Just saying. So, Vijali from Santa Fe is here today. Hello, Vijali.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Yes, well, thank you very much for inviting me. And I'm enjoying so much, each one of you so far. It's wonderful to meet you. And my work, my life work really started in 1986 when I dreamt. I was working in Los Angeles as an artist, but I became very discouraged with what the conversations of the artists seemed to be, about whether they had grants and I just started following my heart and stepping out of that traditional or contemporary artist world, and from a dream, I saw myself going around the world using art for peace and understanding between countries. And so I started that in 1987. My first piece was where I was living in the Malibu Hills, Santa Monica Mountains. And then I went around the world first to 12 countries, making a circle and feeling that circle around the planet was really a statement that we are all one family. And I went to, just to name a few of the countries, I went to Tibet and China, Japan, the Middle East, India was one. And then after that circle, I've just been going, I really feel this is my life work. And I've been going kind of where my heart has pulled me. And it pulled me back to India, which I loved my time there so much. And when I did the project in India, I got involved with the Baals in West Bengal. And I just loved the villages and the villages have such fantastic art. I didn't feel I wanted to come and do a piece of art, but what I did was respond to what I saw was needed among the bowels, and that was like a house, a place to gather. And so I created with this village a house using the mud under our feet to make bricks, and it was a thatched roof and bamboo, and with all the materials that were just right there in a very traditional house. And this one family used, when I went back, this was in 1991, and when I went back during this period, I saw that they had used it. They were crowded with people. They were teaching their music, and I don't think that they'd actually taught the Baal music before. And so there was like 300 people just from the villages coming, and there was starting to come people from Europe to study with them. And then they said what they needed was a school. So I started going every year and building a school. And they wanted a brick school. And so I would go one year, I started, and I would go about 4 years, come back to the States to try to sell my art, to have more money to go back and build more on the school. And so in 2020, finished the school and got back to the States just as COVID set in. And I just continue my work. I went to the border recently and did a sculpture of the border of Mexico and the United States, where there's so much sadness happening. And I had people put their hands on the stone and drew around their hands and showed them how to carve with the hammer and chisel. And so we have this beautiful peace stone that people can go and touch right on the border in view of the wall that's there. It's on the Mexican side. And so anyway, that's just a little of my work that's continuing. Thank you. And I'm just so pleased to hear all of your work, and we'll listen more.
This is just
Thank you.
amazing. Thank you so much, Vijali. And I have to say, I was in that very apartment just a year ago, and I've seen the painting in person. It's mind-blowing behind her. We have Rudranil from India. Rudranil, hi and welcome.
Hi. Hi, everybody. It's a very pleasant evening. Thank you, Padmaja, to invite me on such a platform. Basically, I'm a textile designer. I started my time with basic art education. So I did my graduation from Government College of Art and Crafts, Calcutta. So basically, it's some sort of a understanding about the visual interpretation from nature and how you develop your skills. So I joined NID, and I started learning about that expressions and how art, design, everything it works. It's very interesting. I started my education with textiles. So basically, trade is the primary object for us to handle, to understand. And it's very interesting that it's a very simple element, but it binds us. It binds all the people, all the nature, everything towards. And slowly, there are a lot of techniques there I learned. And when I learned a technique called wrapping. It's a very simple thing that generally we wrap threads, whether it's a boards or something, to understand some sort of pattern. And I find it's very interesting because through that process, you'll get a lot of things. You bind time, you bind people, you bind so many things. And it gets a lot of different patterns of life. Like the fabric we are getting from different culture, they have their sort of motifs, they have their rituals, their understanding. So things is there. And slowly we can create, we can understand the process of how they develop those cultures. And interestingly, it's a very unique technique. And like every technique is having their own sort of a voice. Like painting and when you are working with brushes, something different, different colors. Simultaneously, like trades, it gives me a lot of different understanding. It's a way of expression. And slowly, means there are a lot of difficulties when you start to creating some sort of a language, some voices. Definitely, you get a lot of bindings. So slowly, I try to overcome these things, and I enjoyed a lot. And like from simple to complex, and slowly I find that everything, whatever we are trying, it connects with mathematics, and it's all algorithm. And slowly I try to get into this some sort of mathematics and try to connect things with means where the expression is coming. So basically my belief is like whatever we're trying to create beyond our limit, that comes from some sort of philosophy or sort of thinking. And when you are trying to prove those things, you definitely need some sort of a science, some sort of a physics, some sort of a mathematics. And the way you bind things together, it's amazing. It's a lot of knowledge you need to develop, you need require to put together, and something it will come out, and it will something beyond our means thinking. So really, it's interesting. Simultaneously, nowadays I am teaching and doing some sort of my projects, and simultaneously doing art practice. So every sort of interactions with people and their understanding, it enriches me, and I try to convert this thing to rapping through my expression, and I love a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rudranil. Do you have anything you can screen share, like what you do? You could do it later too. You can send it to me in the chat, or I would love to see what you do.
Because right now I am in a place and some sort of a difficulty with internet.
Okay,
so
yeah. But thank you for joining.
I'm sorry.
In spite of that. Yes. And we'll come back to New Jersey, where I am. Ron?
Hi, how are you all? Well, my name is Ron Snyder. My artistic name, if it's being called that, is Ron Frank. And I participate in the assemblage art genre. And it's a lot of fun. I'm doing it for a couple of years. And I've done fairly well. Let me see if I could use to give you an idea of what they look like. I don't know if you could see it, but can you see her at all? No? Oh, okay. I was hoping you can't see it?
I can't see you either.
Oh, really? That's a problem.
That's your name.
Yeah, your video's off. Ron, I can bring up your profile and show.
Oh my goodness, you can't see me either? Maybe that's good then. How about now? Can you see me? No?
No.
How about now? No? Oh, okay, I thought I was doing this correctly.
Well,
Oh,
you,
okay.
you have seen on, like, I'm just sharing your portfolio, which is just beautiful.
Okay. Okay. Yes. What I do is I I use spare parts that I gather together from every source you could think of. You'd probably see me in a junkyard somewhere. I found that my palette instead of paint is found objects. You'll find me in a junkyard. Toyotas are very good to use. And put these together to form these works of art that are very unique. They cannot be redone because they're made from subset parts. And electrical and plumbing seems to be the ones that I find the most. I've been in several art galleries. I've won some contests here in New Jersey, and I just enjoy doing it. Just that my wife has to live with all of this junk on the dining room table, but nevertheless, I enjoy doing it. I get a chance to use a medium that maybe a lot of people don't use today. I can tell you what they do. In every case, they do something, they make people smile. So everywhere I have them, you'll find people that'll walk up and just smile. They are not toys. They do not move. You don't need passwords. You don't need an email site. I use them for a lot of sources because they make people smile. I've given several to hospitals, doctor's offices. I even made one a volunteer for a hospital to obtain volunteers. So this form of assemblage art I found very convenient and a lot of fun to use. I hope maybe you'll see me somewhere in this journey that we're all following. Thank you.
I would just like to take a small break. We've heard from so many people here. Anyone have any questions for the other artists? Or you could also put it in the QA. Please look for the QA down on your screen. That's a great place for you to put questions, or just in the chat if that's easier. But let's keep it in one place so that any questions pertaining to the work itself, the genre, or the country, or just challenges, or anything you could, any questions that you would like all of us to discuss, please go ahead and put it in the chat.
Oh, Patty, I think I found it. I think you could see me.
We found you, Ron.
Oh my goodness, I was lost here in Princeton, New Jersey. You don't want to be lost in Jersey, but let me just give you one quick look. Let me see if people can find them. So there's one of our guys. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. While we are in New Jersey, Somdatta Chakraborty, a dancer, a singer, multi-dimensional, really. Somdatta.
Thank you, Padmaja, for having me here. Hello, everybody. I feel so honored with the tapestry of work that I'm listening to today, from movement to art and paintings and inspirations. So I am technically I'm a dance movement therapist, but my work is artistic work is combining my works in music as well as dance and working for social cause. So I choreograph work which are in tandem to what I want to really communicate. I like inspiring everybody to dance because movement is great for us, and that's pretty much my motto in life, to motivate people through art, whether it be music or dance or any other spheres of life. Yes, I think that's pretty much it. In the future, I would really like to work with all kinds of abilities and come up with a choreography, some visually, musically, everything. And I love collaborating with other artists and transgressing music boundaries, challenging myself, learning. So that's my work so far. Thank you, everybody. I love listening to. I didn't even know that work existed. So I'm so thankful to Padmaja that this huge bandwidth of work is what I hear and see today. So yeah.
Thank you, Somdatta. Thank you. That was thank you so much. Let's go to Manoj from Mumbai, India. Are you in Mumbai, Manoj?
Hi, Padmaja, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I was in Mumbai, Padmaja. I recently moved to Pune. I was working in Mumbai for a company. I retired from there and I've taken up an academic position in Pune in a university. And taken up teaching whatever I've learned over a period of time. And I'm a scientist by profession, but by passion I'm an artist. So I have been taking art along with my science since childhood. I mean, since I became professionally a scientist, I have been doing art alongside. And I have somewhat perfected it to a certain extent, but I'm still learning. But whatever I have learned, I try to teach people as well. Just to give an example of my work, I have shared one. I've shared several paintings of mine to Padmaja, but maybe Padmaja could do. This is a. It's not fully seen. Yeah, this is a watercolor painting which I've done recently. I love to paint light. I would like to, like many artists, I like to play with light and shadow. And this is a watercolor where I studied the throw of light, one corner of the campus of my previous company where I was working. So this is from, I took a photograph and then I painted it in watercolor, and this is just an example. Now that I have retired from my main profession, although I'm teaching, I am trying to do some, weekend teaching of my artistic skills as well, sharing some of what I have learned, especially to youngsters. And I feel that through art, you can inculcate a lot of values in children. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's in a short what I can talk about myself.
Well, beautiful.
That portfolio wasn't long. What all he has achieved with a job on the side. When you get a chance, check out his Artsee profile. It's really stunning.
By the way, I just want to mention that I'm very happy that Madeswaran is here. Madeswaran and Dr. Madeswaran and Dr. Padmaja, we all were students in one institution, Madurai Kamaraj University in Madurai, way back, about 30 years back, we were students. And very happy to see coming back of all of us together in a global setup. Thank you very much. Thanks.
A very unexpected way too. So, Madeswaran, did you want to say something?
Yes. I'm so happy that I saw Manoj who always engaged in art. And in this platform, it's a reunion after 30 years that we all meet. I thank him for introducing your arts. That gratitude I should render at this time. Great. Manoj, very happy.
Thank you. I was going to call this artist who really Miss Barbie, but I saw she just walked away for a moment. So, Annie from Florida.
Well, hi guys. It's wonderful to be with you. Thank you, Patty, for putting this massive thing together. I'm a singer. I'm a songwriter. I've been, I was in theater as a youth, and the importance for me of writing my songs which are pretty personal and emotional, is to share feelings with the audience. And I truly believe in an energetic exchange with those who are living and those who are singing or playing vibrations to each other. And I actually wrote my master's thesis on that, and I called it Dr. Billie Holiday. But I still need to write. and I'm performing. I'm still performing, and I'm an old lady. But I'm in Sarasota, Florida, where there are a lot of old ladies and old men performing. There are 90-year-old trumpet players. I mean, it's great. So I'm in the perfect spot to continue. And I mean, art is communication. Art is sharing. Art is reaching out to everybody. And what everybody has shown so far is a very beautiful spiritual experience. And I thank you. So.
Thank you, Annie. And that's, do you hear the audio? No.
Oh, yeah, I do. But wait, let me explain what that is. I didn't know you were going to play it. I wrote, wait, can I please explain it? Patty, can I just say something? Okay, I wrote this song called Never Caught a Porgy, but I sure caught a lot of crowns. And I put it together with Jim Hickey, with whom I was together with John Faddis in our music class. I went back to do my graduate work in the Purchase in my 50s. And I had the luck to get together with this man who can take string sounds from every possible corner. And to me, they reflect every feeling in the song. So I'd love you to hear it. Confusion. Can you go from the beginning? I think my baby really loves to put me down.
I'm going to share this, and if that's okay with everybody in the interest of time, but I wanted everyone to hear that spectacular voice. So I'll definitely share this. We have a few more people to go, and then the real discussions haven't started. So since this is the first meeting, we're doing like kind of lengthier introductions, but next time we're just going to jump into conversations from the next gathering and introduce people as they come. So that's going to be the format and the intentions of this. I'm going to invite Kalyani, who lives really, really far away in another room in this very house. Kalyani is actually my mom, and she stumbled into art just a couple of years ago, but now she can't get away from it. So Kalyani?
Hello.
Oh.
Thank you. Welcome to all. I try to let my dolls bring an intimate connection with the human spirit. Whenever I feel dull, I start doing these dolls, so I feel fresh and very happy. So I use only recycled things which we throw outside. I can use it for making the dolls, and I can show how these dolls give us a kind of connection with other people and civilization, and it is really joyful to create something with my hands and see it all the way to the end. Art is the bridge that connects souls like you all.
Thank you. Can you hold it up for us?
I would like to show some of the dolls.
You would have to hold it up.
Yeah. This is Rajasthani man having a stick. He looks like a ferocious. So he makes other people afraid of going there in any place. And this is culture of Kerala, Indian state. He is the dancer. This dance is called.
Hold it up.
This is male. And one more doll is there. that is women, both will dance. This is called Kuchipudi, sir.
Kathakali.
Kathakali from Kerala. They all bring old stories and show people how the culture was there and how the dance, the art is still flourishing in Kerala and in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have no use of our recycle bin in our house because everything goes to her. Marisha from California.
This is so exciting to be here. Thank you so much, Padmaja, for inviting me. It's Padmaja. I think I said that wrong. I'm a new friend of Padmaja. I met her through a colleague of mine. And speaking of Kerala, I went to Kerala last year with this mutual friend of ours and absolutely fell in love with India and have been back since. Just got back from Bangalore over the summer. I just share that because I have basically departed from doing my art for the last, I would say, maybe 10 years, not on purpose, but I found that the expression of my art, which has been in the past dance, choreography, or singing, is very, it's just very difficult for me to do when I don't feel I have something to contribute or say, which I have, it's not been for lack of effort or thoughtfulness, but it's really been a long period of not doing any art at all. And I'm hearing everyone speak on this call, and one of the things that I'm remembering about my art was how much I loved, well, I've always loved art, but I've always loved the exploration of international relations. And so there's so many people on the call who sound like they have a similar passion and have used their art in the same fashion. I am, as Patty mentioned, I'm in California. I'm actually talking to you from a Dunkin' Donuts in Sunnyvale, Silicon Valley. And my background is actually multicultural. So my mom is white, German, French, and my dad is Black. My last name is Rodriguez because I once upon a time was married to a Puerto Rican, no longer. But some folks say that I look Indian. So it's one of those things where wherever I go, folks don't quite know who I am or what I am doing. Oh, I also got my degree in Spanish and Latin American literature, so I've always had a very strong connection to Venezuela and Latinx communities. So I love the idea of exploring in this next phase of my career how my art could continue to bridge cultures. And then I'll just end by saying that part of being here for me this morning is still the exploration of what is my role in all of this. But I recently heard the ambassador of India, the U.S. ambassador of India, talking about how the next 20 years for the U.S. and India relations is critical for a lot of things, but getting it right is really, really important. And it's something that's important to me, the US and India relations. And I'm thinking about how could I contribute to that relationship as this kind of next 20 years. Also, I have about 20 years left of my career. So I'm thinking about, okay, how can I set up this, the gifts that I have to somehow facilitate the U.S. and India getting that relationship right for the future. So thank you for allowing me to share, and I'm very humbled to hear about everybody else's work, and hope I get to talk to you soon.
Thank you, Marisha. We have Trevor, new, who, like his name, has really new kind of music.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me. And it's really nice to meet everybody and hear about all the different things that we're doing. And I'm in a little bit of a mess of a studio behind me. You can probably see that now. And maybe I'll just show you one of the things I do. I'm a composer and musician, and I try to work on creating like different experiences for artistic disciplines to kind of combine and mesh together. And I've been doing that visually as well. I just finished a residency yesterday and had like I guess some epiphanies and some of the usual things, or a chance to practice. But so in some cases I'll take something like this and shift the visuals and things, and then you can see how it's connected. If everybody, I think, waves, if everybody waves a little bit, you'll see yourselves kind of show up, and that you're all kind of affecting this sort of visualization and things. Could take it even further and do something where it's like this. But yeah, this is something that I would do with music, and maybe everybody would be playing and dancing, and you can be in all sorts of different locations and things. So yeah, a lot of fun. Something that I end up using in professional performance environments, and then also with schools. And I think the thing that I'm trying to figure out is, what's like the in between that would work, like in an orchestral environment, or if you're like at a concert for like a band or something. How can you kind of connect all the different spaces? And there's a few things that I'm working on with that, which are really fun. Connecting the personal with the broad, and kind of creating that engine. But I also play the viola, so classically trained person, do a lot of improvisation and things. And I'm really excited to work with all of you, and I'm working with some of you actually. It's really, really great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Trevor. Juan, from Brazil, but you're originally from Brooklyn, right? So you're muted.
Argentina. I'm from Argentina, not Brazil. It's close by, but let's not. I'm from Argentina, and in the year 2000, I moved to the United States, and I'm a composer. I've been a composer since I was 11 years old, writing my own songs. Eventually, I started to compose for theater. I just finished a play here in Madrid. I'm living in Madrid now, as you can see back there. And one thing that I discovered when I got to the United States is a new career, which was teaching, which I really didn't know that I could do. But it worked, and one thing that I adore about teaching, I teach, for example, songwriting, percussion with found objects, but in songwriting, for example, I feel that the kids are getting a chance to create based on what they really think and feel, and get the experience of putting that in a creative way, in poetry and in singing. And in a way, I don't know how many of them, but I think some of them eventually will become members of Artists for Peace and Artsee, because they really enjoy creating more than what I expected. So if you want, I have a little video. I'll put it in the chat.
I mean, the link is there. I implore you guys, go watch it sometime. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, and the lyrics are theirs. I mean, I don't give them the lyrics. I don't tell them what to write about. Each class chooses their own topic. This group wanted to write about peace because these are second graders and they're worried about this. They hear the news, they don't understand, they don't know how to process. They just know that they see children suffering in wars and they don't like it, so they come up with this lyric. I just help them flush out the poetry that they might have inside of them, you know? But it's their lyrics, it's their ideas, and if you want, you could see many more on my YouTube channel, which is Juan Bellia Productions, you know, my name and Productions. And I have everything there, things with my students, things that I create. And I want to give a shout out to Joel, because last week I spoke with Joel, and I was a little depressed because I wanted to create and nothing came out. And I told Joel, I don't know what to do. I sit down with my keyboard and I try to come up with things and nothing comes out. And Joel said, take a piece of paper and a pen and draw a cloud. So I drew a cloud. And he says, okay, now draw another cloud on top of it. And I drew another cloud on top of that. He says, okay, so what are those clouds for you in sound-wise, music-wise? And I said, well, this cloud is percussion, this cloud would be strings and brass. And he said, well, there you go, you've got something there. I started composing, Joel, and I've got 3 pieces going. So I want to thank you for that, because you helped me. You're a teacher, you know, that's just the point, and that's what I admire, and you're an example for me as a musician and as a teacher. That's it.
Thank you, Juan. That was one of the things I wanted to discuss with you all, is how do you get over blocks, and there you go, you know, draw clouds. So Jayme, who's been so patiently waiting here, Jayme, she's an educator and musician, artist herself.
Hi guys. I don't even know where to start. I feel like the passion that everybody has is beyond me. I want to hug all of you. There are numerous times listening to everybody, I got tears going up here. The passion is palpable, and I love all of you. I'm seriously sending you all a hug. But quickly about me, I'm an artist and only new to teaching art, which I just did this summer for the first time in a like enrichment art program with my community, with underprivileged kids, and that sparked a whole new world for me. That's now what I want to do. I love art. I thought I wanted to be an art therapist. It didn't work out, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to teach art to children, which is intern therapy and expression and life to kids in general. So hearing all of you have just inspired me beyond words. Love to talk to all of you at some point, whatever I could do to help any of you in any way. I'm an abstract artist in New Jersey, have a passion for art therapy, mental health, you know, combined. I think that creating in all the senses that you all do, I think it is the way that we allow our mental health to stay sane. I think if we all were not able to create in the methods that we do, we would not maybe be here, not be as healthy. So bravo to all of you. Truly, it's absolutely beautiful what you all do. I am so honored to be here. So thank you so much. Yeah, I'm speechless. I don't even know what else to say.
Thank you so much, Jayme. Just wanted to let you all know, if I didn't say this before, you missed this. This is being recorded, and we will be sharing the video shortly as soon as I get to edit it a tiny bit, right? For technical consistency. So I always save Joel to the last, because he's just so interesting. A mentor to so many. Joel Thome from New York. You have to unmute yourself, Joel.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
And how wonderful it is to meet all of you. You know, in listening to all of you giving such beautiful testimony to the world of art, the words that I have heard so often in your conversations today are community, communication, unity, inspiration, elevation of consciousness. And that is so extraordinary, from India to Spain to Brazil, where all of you are, Philippines, all of the places where everybody is today. How inspiring you are. Those ideas of community and collaboration and unity are so much part of our artistic experience. From Vijali's World Wheels to Juan in Spain, and to everybody, Patty, for having put together Artsee. I thank you. As a child, I always had a vision that I wanted to help make the world a better place for everybody. And now I just want the opportunity to give back, just to give back. So the work that Patty and all of you are doing, and Luis and Regina, wherever you'll find Luis and Regina and Patty, you'll find me. And I remember when we first started Artists for Peace, one of the things that Luis said at our initial meeting was, remember, this is about peace. And it is about peace, and all we can do, because together we can all do something to make this a better world. And just sharing our work is a huge step in that direction. So I just wanted to thank you all for the beauty that you are sharing with the world, the collaborative spirit, and we are very much about the collaborative spirit, building bridges and holding hands, and together making this a better world. So my music, I am a composer. My music is very much involved with space. All of the timbres of what I use musically are from space. Well, recently the Voyager spacecraft. And this gives us the opportunity to explore what the meaning of space and time, what those terms are all about, and how they affect us all.
Thank you, Joel. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to so many.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean, we're
you,
kind
Joel.
of running out of time, but as I said in the chat, the idea is to foster conversations. Today, this core group, we are hoping that we can all meet in 6 weeks again. It'll be the same time. I'll put out the date. I had the date in my mind, then it just flew out of it. But I'll email you all in 5 weeks or so. Let's meet again to continue conversations. But I'd like to throw out one question today to start off is, you know, there's so many questions people ask artists. What inspired you? What, you know, where do you find the subjects that you talk or you choreograph about? But today, now, the biggest challenge, there's so many challenges to being an artist, to originality in this era of instant culture, right? Like Instagram, like who has the time to watch a good video, a good piece of music? Nobody, seriously. It's a scroll culture. So I would like to hear from each one of you. Just give me one line. What are the challenges that we face? And let's take this to the next meeting. Vijali, would you like to start? Like, what challenges do you see artists facing today that we, as a group of artists, we need to talk about this and try to find solutions?
Promotion in a sea of artists that every, all information flying all over the place, and how do you not get lost?
Anyone wants to add to it? Please
The lack, the lack of community through the virtual world, because I feel like it is okay to have that 1,000 images and videos, but how do we really get connected? Like, how do we really, be involved with each other,
Please jump in, everybody. This is just a free conversation here. We just want to hear the challenges that we as artists face.
Well, my challenges are a little unique because with things that look like this, it's hard for anyone to take it seriously. So, but it's fun and I enjoy doing it.
I'm
sorry, Ron, I've loved your work, by the way. It is incredible. I haven't seen something like this. I've hoped to see something like this, but I haven't until I saw your work today. So just FYI.
We actually need action. Like the Instagram culture, the publicity, we cannot be heard, right? So gatherings like this where we actually talk to each other would be key. Annie, did you want to say something?
I just wanted to say I really have to leave.
Okay.
I put up my YouTube channel, which I hope, if anybody wants to check in, it doesn't have the new song in it, but it's okay. I just was in love with all the sounds that Jim made. So.
Thank you, Annie. Sasa, you're from Philippines. Can you tell us some of the challenges that you have faced? Or
I think in terms of the dance community here, there's a lack of platforms and avenues to really explore your work, especially when you have there's many competitive artists, that very good artists that wants to do and express what they want to tell to the audience, but then the community is very small, the funding is very small, and issues like survival, political oppressions and all that, there's this intertwining issues all together that me as an independent artist, how can I survive but also thrive in a sense? So these kind of networks that we have, Artsee community, is very important for me to have dialogues and exchanges with artists like you from different parts of the world, and really learning and hearing all your stories and also your work really inspire me to continue, because I have been really in a hiatus. I'm contemplating about how to continue my work, facing everyday struggles here in the Philippines. So there's so many things to discuss, but like I agree with all that have mentioned earlier. The originality in the instant culture that we have in social media work, the networks in virtual communities, the consistency of dialogue, very sporadic, but I am really hoping that we have a continuous dialogues like these exchanges, and of course future collaborations.
Thank you, Sasa. And that's exactly what we're going to do. No sporadic here. We're going to have this and keep growing the community. Regina?
Yeah, I think that what you're doing, Joe, to foster community, I think it really gives us air to connect and to see other people together thinking with similar purposes. That brings joy and enthusiasm. And I would like to add that I've been to China twice in teaching more than 100 people at each time. And at the end, one person that is the dean of the University of Dance of Beijing, she came to me and said, your work, it was great, it was fabulous, all the group, 100 people, it may seem a lot. It's not. To create an impact, we need millions. And I said, I don't know how to do. And I continue not to know how to have quality and connection and have an impact in millions. And I was here in Vijali, and I love the idea of the circle around the world. I said, well, maybe that's something, the idea of impact is something that I think that maybe is something that we should think about.
Absolutely.
Padmaja,
yes, Madeswaran. I was going to call on Madeswaran because he is the epitome of challenge. He's sitting in a tiny little village near a town, not even the town. I lived there for a while, so I know how tiny this is, and making such an impact in the world. He is living the answer. Please, Madeswaran.
See, the main challenge any artist nowadays we face in India through the AI and through the social medias, everything has been mixed as the self-culture. What I want, I show. Even nowadays, the past Indian kings are shown as the US figures. What as a teacher I want to convey, as Madam said, in China it's only 100 people gathered. Imagine India with a rich culture. Whenever we talk about all these things, only 10 people will come. So as a teacher, my experience, let us all give whatever we create to the public. When one student or one man or one woman come out with the awareness, with the inspiration given through our art, that is the documentation. Through the art, we are leaving to the next generation. And one more thing I want to add, when we go for the very, very old age research artwork, for example, I always do the art which is connected to around more than 3,000 years old work. In the name of renovation, here we are unable to even see our old ancient monuments where everything is renewed. So the self-reconstruction power we need a lot nowadays for the artist in dance, in music, with the painting, and also in cinema, everything. So my humble request as a teacher to all of you, a senior person, let us completely, totally put our creations. One child will come. One man and woman will come. Then we are successful. The challenges are every day in our social medias for us. I am very happy when one boy came and said, sir, I saw Padmaja Madam's Artsee work. I want to put my work there. That's what we are giving to the next generation. And let us produce more.
Right? A community can grow, but not in the way of Instagram and Facebook, but organically. Artsee is growing organically. So just word of mouth, please bring your artist friends, because that's the only way we can form a community, is bringing our own friends and forming this network. I also want to just let you know, Sasa, especially to you, that we have webinars now, we are launching workshops, because at the end of the day, artists need to make money, right? People recognize the name. Now we want to take our artists and give them the space for doing workshops, series of workshops, whatever you want. And the model we want to operate on is complete transparency and revenue sharing. So that's the way it's going to operate. So we will provide you the platform, the publicity, whatever it takes. You bring your art, you do your workshop, or you do a performance, an event on the platform. That way we both grow together. It just invigorates me to talk to artists like you all every single day. So thank you so much for coming today. And from this last part is what this gathering is about. Let's talk, let's find solutions together, let's collaborate together.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last request,
Madeswaran,
Padmaja. We must target the educational institutions, where in India, the education is focusing only with the marks and going to a science subject and becoming a missionary life. Please let us try to get into the educational institutions because I introduced art from 1 year old in my preschools. So the education institutions must give. In many schools, art classes has been removed. So it's a request that we can send the communication with a proper, beautiful portfolio to these education institutions across the world, so that the next generation will be invited. This I want to put in this panel, please.
So we here need to do something about it. So please reach out to me if you would like to do workshops, or any join our team. We are going to put together a roster of people who are willing to do workshops and such. So, and it's your time, your way. Thank you so much again, everybody, and please look out for the next date, and please do come, even if you can come for 10 minutes, so that we are part of this community that meets every 4 to 5 weeks.
Thank you all of you.
Bye.